Hey RM, this is my video shop, DVD, VHS, and things I want to do in here still, but I have a hobby, and it's painting. So I do a little bit of painting on the side because that was my school. What I did for school was art, and to start up painting again, it will cost me at least 400 bucks. So I looked at the pricing on paints at the art store, and they're running about 10 bucks to 40 bucks a tube, so just for a little small tube, and they go by series, so it's not worth it for me to start painting again. And maybe in about 10 years I might, but not anytime soon. So I'm going to keep going with what I have here. Forget about the art, forget about the painting. I might do some marker drawing on my channel, about it when it comes to the art, because it's a very expensive hobby. And it's nice to keep learning that, but at the same time I would like to take some part-time school as well, but you have to pay for part-time school on your own. So I'm just going to keep going and keep adding what I can here over the next 5 years. Try to build this up more on my TV shows, and hopefully, I think by the end of 5 years I should have pretty much everything I need. And then I could go from there, whether or not I want to start up painting a little bit, or I could start up animation a little bit more. Animation paper is very expensive, so you have to buy paper in a bulk just to make a basic bouncing ball. And all that costs money, or I could take part-time school or something after that. And part-time school costs about 300 bucks for a summer in my area, so a lot there I could do. And right now I just want to build up my movie room and go from there. So that's what I'm going to be doing for the next 3-4 years, focusing on my TV shows. So in about a year or two I should be cut up on my TV shows, and I'll switch over into the VHS and little bit by little bit just keep adding what I can, because that's what's going to be worth it in here, having the movies I want, not to rely on Netflix as much, and I can watch what I need, and hopefully get a little bit more wrestling coming in as well, because these are very expensive on eBay. So I'm putting the things that cost more money, pushing it back, but I'll try to buy it later on. So stuff like Nightmare I like to put on VHS. Return of the Living Dead I like to put on VHS, but I got on DVD right now. I just started watching MASH, so she's the newest vintage doll that I bought for like 10 bucks, so I still could buy stuff like little dolls and knickknacks, and I could do that over the Halloween and Christmas. Maybe put up a little shelf up here for knickknacks or something, where put up little knickknacks at the top to display a little bit more like that, and not just toys and stuff. But toys are too expensive right now. So the long run plan would be to build up the VHS a little bit more, and those I'm going to have to buy off eBay. Anything I can find locally will help me out. So I'll go thrifting as much as possible in winter, see how things are. Might not be able to go thrifting in the winter, so I might have to hold that off till spring. Hopefully find a little bit more Simpsons next year, at least one or two, then that'd be better. If I find like one or two every now and then I could build that up, and let's go from there. So that's why I stopped doing art, because it's very expensive, and I would rather put any extra money into my movies right now, or games, and build up the CDs as much as I can. This is where my hobby is right now. So thanks for watching. So I'll try to do a little bit of marker drawing on my channel. At least I could keep that up as an art hobby. Other than that, I'm not going to be doing much with art. Not even part-time school, because part-time school you could pay at least 400 bucks for a summer program. And just try to add a little bit smaller TV show packs and build those up this year. see how things are around Christmas, if they are going to be any better, if I get Christmas money. I will definitely try to complete my Star Trek set, try to get a Deep Space Nine if I can. But I see it coming up on YouTube on Region 2, on eBay on Region 2, and I don't collect that format, so anytime I fix up a shelf, it'll cost me at least 50 bucks, and I could do that more easier than start up painting. Starting up painting will cost me at least 400 to 500 bucks, so it'd be nice to have some newer paintings made, but I don't have that kind of money anymore, and it's pretty expensive. So I'd rather invest the money into my movies first for at least for another 5-10 years before I start thinking about either doing toys or start doing a little bit more on painting or something. When I'll be pretty much having what I want on VHS. I don't plan to get everything transferred, just the main things that I like, and build up a bit more on Stephen King, and maybe fix up a little bit of shelving, maybe add a shelf here, so instead of having double spaced, I'll take this shelf out, make another shelf here, so they can all have their individual spacing. But for now, this is how things are going to be, and maybe I'll pick up some knickknacks, thrifting. I don't care about the instruments anymore because they're costing like 100 bucks to 200 bucks, like a guitar or something. So if I do any singing on my channel, it'll be just natural. I'll see if that mic I bought works or not. Maybe I'll buy another DVD cleaner in a couple of years, build things up in here a little bit more. And it's taking time, but trying to get a little something in here every now and then. Still a few toys I like to pick up, so for Star Wars I still could probably pick up a couple toys in a couple of years. When I'm caught up with my NES and I'm caught up with my Atari, I still want Pitfall 2 and the USB controller, and for NES I want Mega Man 3 and Mega Man 4, and then I'll jump into a little bit of Star Wars toys. Get C-3PO, Yoda, maybe Chewbacca. I don't have those yet. So maybe a better Ewoks. And just go from there. Add where I can. With more expensive, I'll have to push it back. And hopefully things will go well in here. If I don't overspend on stuff I don't want. Stuff like art's too expensive. So, gotta cut that out. And just keep going. Thanks for watching. And do any salvage I can over the winter, but it's gonna be hard on the winter salvage, so have to wait till the summer, see if I can find anything. If I find any skids, I'll definitely pick them up. Other than that, there won't be much. So I do want to buy a kitchen mixer as well for because I'm gonna try to do some home cooking a little bit more instead of ready-made meals. That'll save me a little bit of money, I think. Start doing some Polish cooking. So here's the movie room, and I keep the board games and the media players, DVD players in the other room with my gaming and my drawing desk. So this is just the main room for the movies. Before, half of this was storage, so I did not have the space available when we moved in here, so I only have like space like up to here, and most of this was like storage, so I only had like a little bit. You can see that in some of the older videos how things change, and trying to add some more of these promos. They're really cool. They can cost up to $1,000 on eBay for original promo. And yeah, just do what I can for the room. Give me a little bit of a detail what I'm trying to do over the next couple of years. Maybe get something for cassettes every now and then. Still need Street Fighter for Xbox, and I do have a plan of things what I want for each little section. So I know what I want to get for my music, but usually I don't find that locally, so I just pick random stuff when I go thrifting. Hopefully I find some country or some rap or some dance, something I could listen to. Most of the stuff I have to buy off eBay. So I do have a plan of what I want to get, where. Like I need to get Atlantis complete. I need to get Seinfeld complete. I need to get maybe replace Frasier season 7. I think this is it, into the Fat Pack. So a couple things I can replace. A couple things here I could replace for Stargate into the Fat Pack, but for now it's going to be like that. So I do have a plan for everything. That's why you need to have a proper shelving. Otherwise, if you keep stuff in boxes, you don't know, okay, where do I need to get something off eBay? Do I need to get American Ninja 4? I need to get something better casing for American Ninja 4. Do I need to get any more Bruce Lee? So you need to have some kind of reliable storage system. If you have this many movies on hand, you need to know what's getting expensive on eBay, like which Universal Monsters are getting 50 to 100 bucks, because that's how they're pricing individual titles right now. And that's not the most expensive VHS set out there. There is one called Grandpa Monster Presents on VHS, which is an old horror set, but it's not been transferred into DVD, and I don't think I'm going to bother with that one because that's going up 150 to 200 bucks. So that can get pretty expensive because of the shipping. So same with the Transformers. So I could do Transformers in 5-10 years, never know. Thanks for watching. All the good movies I keep up here, and then it goes from there. So I don't keep things in the horror genre, comedy genre, stuff like that. So I just keep the movies I like up top, movies I watch in the middle, and there's shitty movies I keep in the bottom, which I might throw out a few of them if I need space. So thanks for watching.